Welcome to this week's edition of the Northeast Beast Fantasy Football Recap, Preview, Ass Whooping. I don't know. My attire this week has to do with me getting my ass whooped like a boxer after a match, and the fact I've been up for 30 hours and I look like a heroin addict. So, let's get to it. Recap of last week, straight away. Top point scorers by position. Drew Brees, 33 points. I don't know. It's a weird name. 33 points, though. I don't know if I knew he was starting him. Maybe. Odell Beckham, my boy, 32 points. Congratulations, by the way. He's getting married to kicking that. Hey, whatever. He's good. Gronk's on the scene, 22 points. It's about time. Kickers and defenses sucked. Nobody stood out this week, so don't really care about those. Top team this week, of course, Can You Dig It? Can You Dig It gets a win with 107 points, rounded up 107 points against the fan favorite Moonstone Dung Beetles. Get on the board, first win of the year. Awesome. That's cool. Shaving Reggie's Bush, 35 points. Man, just bad managing, worst team. This is probably the last week he'll be in last place. Can you dig it? You'll be all right, Manny. To the matchups. Marquee matchup of the week. We had the Alaskan Oil Slickers against Abdullah Oblongata. It was the first place team against the top point scorer, and the top point scorer came out big. Came out swinging. Shady McCoy went off. Matt Stafford had a great game. Those two players combined for 60 points. Alaskan Oil Slickers, ballsy move. I liked it a lot. Picking up Justin Forsett. Kind of a spot start for the Lions. They had, like 3 injured running backs. He got 5 rushing yards. I mean, the Lions won in another ugly game like they always do, but give the man the pill. Come on. Didn't happen. Abdullah Oblongata over 100 points again. Still the top point getter. It's getting tough. Still hasn't had his share of first place yet, but it might be coming. Can you dig it against the Moonstone Dung Beetles? Manny, first win of the year. Most points in the league this week. That seems to be a trend against me. Hey. Whatever. I knew I was fucked with Lamar Miller. He's a good running back. He was facing the Colts this week. I was nervous about that. Right off the kicker, 30 points. I was actually watching part of that Saints game when Brandon Cooks scored 23 points, most of them in the first half. That made me really nervous. After that, I thought I had a little bit of a chance, but then Forte took a big fucking dump. Like one of those dumps that, like, when you're renting a house and the landlord really pisses you off, you know you're going to move out. Like you take a shit on the kitchen floor, move everything out of there, and just leave. That was the type of shit that he took from me. Man, I had 2 players, 2 studs, Matt Forte, Julius Thomas. They scored 2 points each. I lost. Man, you can probably hear that toilet in the background because that's where my season is going right now. Champions team against Balls Deep. This was a good matchup. It came down to it, but David Johnson, 30 points 2 weeks in a row. Fucked me last week. Fucked you this week, Deuce. Done. That was the difference. That was the late game. Took care of business. However, Gronk came through, 22 points. Not bad. Balls Deep didn't make any mistakes. Just got straight up beat. Champions team's rolling 4-2 now. And if the season ended now, a playoff team. Charlestown Patriots against Shaving Reggie's Bush. Charlestown Patriots. This is 4 wins in a row. You have the second fewest points in the league, but you won 4 in a row. I don't know how that works. I think you're in 3rd place, Johnny. Great managing. You didn't leave any mistakes on the bench. No big points. Tom Brady and Odell Beckham, you had the... I don't know, the muffin-ass duo of the week. Those two guys are a little questionable. They combined for 60 points, though, and a win for you, my friend. So, nice job. As good as Romo's back in Team Weinig. This was the highest scoring game of the week combined. Both teams fared pretty well, although Team Weinig fared better because he won. Backed by Drew Brees with 33 points. As good as Romo's back, not a bad week, but nobody on his team scored over 20 points. Made a lot of big trades this week. You must have been very disappointed. I mean, I know I was. But Team Weinig, with that win, climbs in the first place. Back to the drawing board, Romo. We'll see. Mystic River Mudheads against Show Me Your Titties. Mystic River Mudheads. You made some good moves. You started Andrew Luck again. He scored slightly more points than Ryan. Matty Ice. Man, you won this league last year. Did you forget that? I don't know. We have another 2-4 team. You didn't make any lineup mistakes. Just a tough week. Cam Newton, that good old black quarterback, he led the way for Show Me Your Titties, who's moved up to second place. Tough team there, too, even after the trade. 3 big trades. He's the only one that got a win out of this week. Yeah, that's it. Standings. Team Weinig, champion of the week, first place so far. The first time all year that somebody's been in first place pretty much by themselves with the record. 1 loss. There's 5 teams with 2 losses right below you. That makes up 6 teams. That's the playoff system right there. But standalone champion right now. Like I said, only 1 loss. He's one of 2 teams that average over 100 points a week all of a sudden. The other one, obviously, Abdullah Oblongata. He has the most points at 661 points. Scored 100 points again this week. Pretty nasty. Weinig, the smack talk has paid off. You are rolling now. I'm expecting to see more of that. And, guys, we're probably looking at a... you see it here first interview with the owner of Team Weinig next week. I mean, he's in first place. He should get the opportunity. We're going to have a nice little lightning round. It's going to be fantastic. Some shit talk. You know that's coming. There's 2 teams in the league that have scored under 500 points. One of them is Shaving Reggie's Bush, which is second to last place. And the other team is the Charlestown Pats in third place. Don't know how that's happening. He's playing defense in fantasy. People have scored the fewest amount of points against him by far. I haven't even done the math, but it's pretty lame. There's Jake. Yo, Jake, can I get an amen? Amen. There it is. Preview for next week. We got my matchup, the Dung Beetles against Balls Deep. This is kind of the toilet match of the week. We're going to be going in opposite directions. Whoever loses this will be, it's early to say, but maybe out of playoff contention. It's whoever loses will be 2-5. That's terrible, but we'll see. Whoever wins could climb out of the basement. I don't know. Premier matchup of the week: Team Weinig against Abdullah Oblongata. Once again, we have a first. Abdullah Oblongata faces the first place team, and he is the top point getter. Ezekiel Elliott's on a bye. Abdullah Oblongata, his whole team is strong. Looking to show up some tough matchups, though. I don't know what to think of that one. I'm just going to enjoy that. Another pretty good matchup. Show Me Your Titties against the Seatown Pats. It looks like a mismatch, but I don't know. If Show Me Your Titties is like anybody else against the Charlestown Pats, they'll score like 53 points and lose. Cam Newton's on a bye for the TDs. Brand new quarterback. Charlestown Pats won 4 in a row. This is pretty interesting. Those are really the best matchups and one of the worst. Waivers. Good pickup by Romo's back, maybe. I'm not thinking as good as last week's. Niall Davis. Traded to Green Bay from the Chiefs. Starks and Fat Eddie are not playing this week. They've been ruled out. But when do the Packers run the ball ever? And that kind of brings me to your other waiver wire pickup, Ty Montgomery. What you say? Yeah, who? Ty Montgomery? Who? Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, maybe he got a lot of targets this week. That seems to be the trend. Targets. I mean, if you're a shitty player, targets don't matter. Aaron Rodgers has Jordy Nelson, has Randall Cobb. This dude is probably like 6th on the depth chart of getting thrown to. He got some targets last week. Just don't start him. Actually, start him. Please start him, because I'm projecting 2.4 points for him this week. That's what I'm thinking. Niall Davis, I'll give him 5.8. There's your projections, my friend. I know they're important. Kenny Britt. Why Nick picked up Kenny Britt? Is he relevant again? I don't know. I feel like he was on that team with Kurt Warner when it was, guys, I don't know, that the greatest show on turf there. Kenny Britt had to have been. I feel like he was in the league for 12 years at that point, and he was a pretty good receiver. He scored 20-something points this past week, and he's been solid, scoring just under 10 points for the first 5 weeks. Not bad. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a good week, hopefully better than last week. This is a very quick video. I'm exhausted, and I got my ass whooped this week. So, guys, peace out, you shit-sipping dickholes.